Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, Bushcraft family back again with another video. Yes indeed. In today's world is possibly, very likely, citizens facing martial law is yet not entirely far-fetched in such scenarios as, citizens must be prepared to navigate uncertain and restrictive environments. As prepping community knows, being ready for emergencies is crucial. One way to prepare is by watching movies dealing with the theme of martial law. And these are different types of movies. It's just not, the run-of-the-mill doomsday this, doomsday that, but martial law is the key here. And I came up with some, and this is not my list per se, but I did a few searches about movies to watch and for certain subjects and whatnot, and one of them list is, we'll start with the first one, The Siege. It is a movie with Denzel Washington and Annette Bening. They play FBI agents and a CIA operative. And the film is set in the aftermath of a bad group attacks the New York City. And yeah, and things don't go well. Martial law is set in place within this movie, and a lot of stuff happens, and we learn what some of the regulations are, and if somebody goes out to the streets and things like that. So we learn quite a bit about this. So it's a good idea to, check out. It's a good movie anyway, so you might as well check it out. Denzel Washington movie, and the movie is called The Siege. It was made in 1998, I do believe. Our next one is Red Dawn, the 1984 version and the 2012 version. It's about brothers. And it's different between the two, because the modern day version is a little bit more edgy. I prefer the original all the time because it's an 80s movie. A group of teenagers fight against foreign invasion that overtakes their town, basically, and their whole area. The movie portrays themes of resistance, survival, adversity, all those keywords. And the group is involved into guerrilla warfare, I would say, against, the foreign invaders. And it doesn't turn out too good for them, but they are well known afterwards because they stood up. Just a group of kids stood up against an army. Supposed to have been the most powerful armies there is, China and Russia and all that. Our next one is Tomorrow, When the War Begins. In the film, Tomorrow, When the War Begins, a group of teenagers again fights against an invasion that overtakes their town. They quickly adapt and become resourceful warriors, executing strategies to resist invaders. And not going to go too much into this, but this film empathizes themes of youth, empowerment, resistance, resilience, offering valuable lessons for preppers to navigate uncertain challenges and environments. And this other one's a little bit different, meaning the background of it. It is 28 Days Later. Yep. Some of you may remember this one, but 28 Days Later is a movie where Jim wakes up from a coma in a deserted London, finding it ravaged by vile outbreaks that turns people into raging zombies. He encounters a few survivors. The film captures the struggles for survival under military control. So that is part that you need to pay attention to for this. And this movie is intriguing for preppers due to its portraying of its isolation and importance for hygiene and during the pandemics and all that stuff. Our next one is Forever Purge. It's about a world where an annual event called the Purge becomes everybody's nightmare, basically. Except for the bad people. They kind of tend to like that part. The characters must survive in a society that has broken down. I think I know what that is. The theme of survival, crisis, and security, and how to protect and stuff, and the main thing to pay attention to this is about the lawlessness of the whole situation of this that could occur during times of bad. And our next one is How It Ends. Now, I hope everybody's paying attention to these names and everything, so you can go search for them on your Roku or whatnot. But How It Ends is a story revolves around Will and his father-in-law, Tom, who are navigating through a kayak. I can't talk. A troubled world, put it that way. The movie is showcased their attempts to find Will's pregnant partner, Samantha, which is Tom's daughter. So they're kind of not at a good terms as it is, but they're having to make it on the road to try to find his daughter and his fiance. And I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but just go watch it. The last part of it is very, 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 a very good part of the movie to pay attention to. I'll put it that way. And probably one of my most favorite, and it didn't get very good reviews or anything, which a couple of his like this I thought were very good movies, but didn't get very good reviews. And this is The Postman. Yes, it's Kevin Costner as just a regular character, a drifter that does Shakespeare, and he picks up being the postman, delivering letters and whatnot. And he did this just to get a free meal and whatnot, and ended up making a big impact on the world. Well, in this little area. But it does show a lot of how the world will be during these times. And when a group led by military type situations will decimate little communities and whatnot. And it's just good to watch. Make sure you check that one out, The Postman. Our next one is Outbreak. Yeah, you may be thinking, Outbreak? Really? But if you remember this, or if you don't, it is about a scientist that tries to track down where this monkey has this disease, and if they find him, they can make a cure for this virus that's killing people. It's wiping out towns, and the military comes in and locks up this town, and they're going to destroy the whole town, obliterate it. And that shows you the martial law part of this. It's a very good movie. Got to go check it out. Outbreak. Now, our next one is The Day After. Yes, The Day After. The Day After depicts the aftermath of a nuclear war of the residents of, Kansas. The movie showcases sudden horror and chaos of a nuclear attack, highlighting the struggles for survival in a apocalyptic war. Yeah, and in this movie, you get to see how things are going to end up, and how the real world's going to be. It's not going to be, all daisies and all this stuff. It's going to be bad. And that's, anyways, you need to watch it The Day After. Okay, our next one is I Am Legend. Yes. Will Smith, before he got canceled because he slapped somebody. He plays a doctor that's trying to cure, they're not zombies, but they're enraged humans, I would call it. And the whole martial law of this is where they locked down the whole city, and where they didn't allow certain people to get out, and they bombed the bridges so people couldn't get out, and tried to control the cities, and yeah. But it goes to show the military end of it toward parts in this movie. It's something to pay attention to. And, of course, of him trying to survive in a world that is absent of people all of a sudden. Our next movie is How I Live Now. Yep. How I Live Now tells the story of Daisy, a young woman set to the English countryside during a war outbreak. The film explores the theme of individual survival in a world without a government. And it follows Daisy's journey resilience, forming alliances, different things, and certain family members turning their back on her and bad things happening. I'm not going to get too much into it because it's a very good movie that everybody should check out for every different scenarios. Yeah. And what might arise of, after the martial law thing happens. So these are some good ones. I know there's a lot more. And if you have any good ones, post them in the comments down below. Tell me what you think. Have you watched any of these? Let me know in the comments. Get busy. Until next time, God bless.